everybody, my name is Shibby. I'm an esports color caster and celestial ranked player in Marvel Rivals. And today, the Marvel Rivals devs have just dropped their Season 2 dev blog, and you are going to see my live reaction to it. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so let's just get into it. We are here with the Season 2 Marvel Rivals dev blog. They usually divulge a pretty good amount of information during these, so I'm very excited to see what we have in terms of heroes and like exactly what they say, maps and team ups and everything.
After the intense Eternal Night saga
and
the defeat of Dracula, Emma Frost has prepared a lavish celebration.
Yo! They gave her the yams! Oh my lord! And I believe she's going to be a Vanguard if the leaks are correct. Yo! Thick thigh supremacy, lads. Okay. Hellfire Gala is going to be the theme, just like Dracula and the whole New York thing was the theme last season. Okay, so Ultron is also going to be released this season as well. I think the leaks are pretty accurate so far then. Yeah. Holy crap. They know what they're doing. God bless these Marvel Rival devs, bro. They know what they're doing. Okay, so she's gonna be able to go diamond. Oh, so they're gonna make her another shield tank. Oh, that's good. We only have 2 shield tanks. And I believe Ultron is a support. I believe he's a support based off the leaks. Yes, I remember them talking about this in like Season 1 dev blogs. Okay. Yeah, I like the fact that they'll play around with the team ups and hopefully like they're actually really impactful, because I think team ups are very important for the meta and the health of characters, right? It definitely is, you know, crucial to their identity sometimes. Shows that they're listening, which is really nice. More mission of Marvel Rivals. Yeah. I agree with this. I agree with this because every hero should play like a unique hero, right? To some extent. Obviously, within game design and stuff, it's very hard to be consistently unique and innovate. Like, you're gonna get like multiple tanks that have some form of shielding, or you're gonna have multiple supports that have some sort of like AoE heal. But like, as long as their kit relatively makes sense and you can like see it within the power fantasy, I think that's very important.
Controlling multiple heroes simultaneously, or providing heroes with diverse experiences that transcend competitive boundaries.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Exploring new modes internally. And when the prototypes are well defined, we will
so it definitely looks like they're giving more stuff for the casual audience, like special event modes and stuff.
Fundamental dream to integrate even more exciting Marvel heroes into Marvel Rivals.
Of course.
After intensive internal discussions and thorough evaluations, we've decided that starting from Season 3,
so not this season,
the seasons will shift to a condensed format with a new heroes debuting in each month.
Is that sustainable? Starting in Season 3, they are essentially going to be releasing 12 new heroes a year. That is a lot. Monthly or essentially monthly heroes. That is insane. That is a lot. So by like 2027, you know, if this game is alive and thriving and everything, we're going to have 24 new heroes on top of the cast that we already have, which is kind of crazy because they just released 4 new people, right, with the Fantastic Four. And then they're going to be releasing Emma Frost and Ultron. Damn.
Rated systems will
I'm excited.
Be adjusted accordingly, and we will provide detailed insights.
I'm definitely excited, but
Season 3.
I'm definitely excited, but I'm very worried for the pacing and the overwhelming knowledge burden that the game might have for like somebody that, let's say they didn't play Marvel Rivals in season 1 or season 2 and they want to come in season 4. That is a ton of heroes because maybe like their favorite hero is finally into the game, right? That's going to be really interesting. I'm interested to see how they're going to handle the expanding cast and the knowledge burden of the cast, and if they're going to have like rotating heroes in, or if they're going to increase the hero bands and stuff. I'm very interested to see how these guys handle that.
Just like our opening month, the real adventure with Marvel Rivals is just beginning.
I'm glad they're trying to strike while the iron is hot, though, in my opinion.
After thorough testing and analysis of backend data, we've identified that the current mission system design lacks clarity in guiding players on how to
for the Chrono token missions?
This has resulted in some active players being unable to fully claim all rewards.
Is this actually an issue? Is this actually an issue?
To address this issue, we are implementing
weekly missions
alongside the existing daily missions and challenges.
I guess these are people that can only play like a couple times a week or something like that.
Remain unchanged. We've rebalanced the distribution of points across
if this helps
and challenging missions.
If this helps the player base that can only play like a couple times a week, I think that's very good, right? I know there's a lot of people that on top of having a full-time job, they only play like, you know, maybe on Saturdays, or maybe they only get a couple hours on Sunday. So like giving them opportunities to like grind those missions out in quick play so that they can get the battle pass skins. I think if that's what this is intending to do, I think that is a really good change.
Adjustment aims to provide players with a smoother expectation of the Chrono tokens they can earn through regular logins and gameplay.
Yeah, if they make it less like you have to be on daily.
Successfully acquire all battle pass
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't know if this was really an issue, but I could see it being an issue for a lot of people. Costume colors.
In season 2,
gifting.
We're excited to announce that we will begin adding new color options for some of the more popular.
Do I have to buy these, or does it come with it? It would be cool if it just came with it. If I buy the skin, it's like, hey, here's the color options.
We're introducing a new feature that allows players to gift costumes to their friends.
Gifting costumes? Oh, the E-Daters got insane. This is an insane E-Dater buff for Marvel Rivals. You already know the kittens will be thriving with this gifting feature. There are going to be a lot of people, both men and women, that will get the Luna Snow skin. They're going to get the Bucky skins. You're going to see a lot of Bucky Luna Snow, Namor Luna Snow. I don't know the typical E-Dater pairings, but E-Daters, this is a huge buff. The devs have learned, the Marvel Rival devs have learned, this is a massive buff for the E-Daters.
Enhancement aims to foster better communication.
Oh, yeah.
And interaction among friends.
Better communication and interaction with friends. I'm taking applications, or yes, I want to be a kitten. I'm taking applications.
Season 2,
so I can get spoiled.
Upgrades to our network protocols to enhance overall performance. Unfortunately, this means that replays from season 0 and season 1 will no longer be supported.
If they upgrade the replay system,
your favorite videos to your local hard disk before the season begins. Thanks for your support.
If they upgrade the replay system and maybe they give it more like customizability and stuff for both spectators, like regular players, but also on the esports side, dude, like a lot of the amateur tournaments and the tier 3 tournaments and stuff like that, you know, I'm thinking like the Valhalla Order or like TVO, Fight Night, Rivals that we see. I mean, obviously the other like major tournaments, like if they update and upgrade the spectating technology, that'll be really good for the esports scene. I'm very excited to see what they have in plan. If they actually like will take an active step in like upgrading and providing more tools for the replay and spectator system. Tournament plans. Okay.
As player excitement continues to
we've had Marvel Rivals Invitationals. We have the championships. Are they going to do more stuff?
High-level factions and players to showcase
factions should be important, I guess.
Presenting thrilling matches for all Marvel Rivals fans. Next,
would be cool if they do like weekly tournaments, right? Like League does with Clash, where it's like monthly, or I think it's like bi-monthly now. But like, would be cool for like specific tiers of players if they can compete in just like a 8-man or 12-man tournament system. similar to Clash, rather than just doing the MRC stuff. I think this would be kind of sick if it's like a weekly thing that you and your friends can kind of, hey, we play Marvel Rivals together. Let's just do this. Let's earn some rewards.
Insights regarding the adjustments to team up abilities and balance changes for season 2.
Okay, this is the big stuff.
Hey Rivals,
My goat,
with the latest
Xiong.
from Season 2.0, packed with dynamic changes to team-up abilities, sweeping balance adjustments, and big updates to Ranked.
I really respect these guys, like, speaking English and talking English. They can easily just do, like,
Over the past season,
translations and stuff, but I actually really enjoy that they're trying to communicate and talk with the English-speaking audience. I really mad respect to these guys.
we've been thrilled by your overwhelmingly positive feedback on our team-up abilities. On one hand, these team-ups have perfectly captured our wildest imagination of
Team-ups are so sick. I love that.
pairings. On the other, they've unlocked a whole new dimension of
I think
tactical combat.
it's such a
For
cool thing
Season
to
2,
have, like,
we are launching
heroes
several
synergize with
brand
each
new
other.
Team-up abilities while fine-tuning some existing ones, all designed to deliver fresh, pulse-pounding experiences.
Okay, new team-ups. I'm interested.
Emma Frost stands as the
Team-up anchor.
allowing Psylocke and Magneto to call on the White Queen's psionic abilities.
Okay. We get preview of her abilities kind of low-key on the bottom right there, but okay, that's cool. So they're all mutants.
To create illusory projections. At the heart of this pairing, Doctor Strange shares his arcane mastery with Scarlet Witch, imbuing her chaos
Oh, shit.
energy with a new mind.
Okay, Scarlet Witch getting some much needed love. Yeah, she should have this team up. It just makes sense, right? Because like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch is like the apprentice or whatever. That's really cool. I also think Scarlet Witch needs some love anyways, so this will be a really cool team up that you can like use to burst down things like the Groot and potentially the Thing.
Expanding magical ability.
Yeah, this is cool.
America's unwavering courage and unbreakable camaraderie inspire Winter Soldier to leap towards allies at critical moments and dish out a relentless counterattack.
Bro, I did not just see that. Did this guy just leap towards his teammate?
Inspire Winter Soldier to leap towards allies at critical.
If this motherfucker does not get nerfed, if he only gets buffs, if this guy does not get nerfed, you Winter Soldier players, bro, if Bucky doesn't get nerfed and he gets more mobility, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
Counterattack. In our quest to keep the tactical landscape sharp and prevent any one hero from being in an overabundance of team-up abilities, or total the number of team-ups from ballooning too quickly.
Oh, like so making sure like heroes don't have like 5 different team-ups. That's fair.
Including removing some team-up abilities altogether.
What are they removing?
Or adding members. Here's what's changing. Metallic Chaos and Voltaic Union will be completely.
Oh, they're gonna be. What? Honestly, I felt like nobody really used the Voltaic Union one. Metallic Chaos, you kind of saw here and there, just because like Magneto and Scarlet Witch were a good pairing. You could like bubble her when she's ulting, but even then, I barely saw those used really.
Completely removed from the game. Psylocke will be removed from dimensional shortcuts.
That's fair. Yeah, she already has a ton of mobility.
No longer be part of ammo overload.
Okay, so he doesn't get access to ammo overload, but I still haven't seen any nerfs or anything. Like I'm very interested to see if he actually gets nerfed at all here. Having the ammo overload be tied to Punisher is kind of really nice now. Maybe they can adjust it as well. I think the mobility is just so insane for Winter Soldier. For a character that already has a ton, he gets even more.
Namor is being removed from sharing charisma.
Okay.
Doctor Strange is stepping back from Gamma.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Namor will be joining the party.
Ability to summon Gamma.
The ability to summon Gamma supercharged monster spawns.
Is he gonna get an extra charge, or is he only gonna get 2, but they're gonna be like really strong? Wait, if you want to run anti-dive now, though, you have to run Hulk plus Namor. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I guess you don't have to ban Luna anymore. but like, I'm very interested to see. I feel like Hulk got a little bit weaker, but he might necessitate a pick. Like you might have to go Hulk if they're running dive so that your Namor can actually deal with can actually do anti-dive things. Ooh, I'm very interested to see that. Maybe they last longer on the field. Maybe they just hit harder. I feel like if Namor still only gets 2 squid charges, like dive is just going to be that much more annoying to deal with. Balance adjustments. If I don't fucking see Bucky getting nerfed in season 2, bro, that character is disgusting.
By community feedback, epic battles from top-tier players, and hard data reveals that our roster and lineup choices have remained dynamic and diverse.
Yeah, that's I agree.
The strength of Shields combined with the mighty duo of Groot and the Thing in the triple Vanguard lineup. With Magneto's damage and up, this setup gains increased initiative on.
I haven't been seeing a lot of triple Vanguard though. Been seeing like Magneto Thing.
Moreover, a pair of control-driven ultimates abilities synergizing with Magneto's out against
or like Magneto Groot, the double dunk, or the ult into dunk.
Burst damage, overriding enemy healing and securing a pinpoint KO. Then there's the dynamic pairing of Groot and Winter Soldier.
That's a pairing, and also Winter Soldier counters Groot, right? Because of the pull.
Mechanical arm rails enforced for Groot's
that's kind of cool.
Barricade to cut off enemy vision and healing. Or Groot unleashing
I do like people figuring out the combos and stuff.
Main weapon to rapidly chip away a health before finishing off enemies with his own ultimate ability. These synergies are as visually mesmerizing as effective. Not to mention our classic pairings,
Hello Loki,
Adam Warlock and Star-Lord Mantis.
This is a cool team up.
And Doctor Strange. Each of which
honestly, I saw less of this team up as the season went on.
This is exactly the kind of diverse,
but I do like we see like different kinds of heroes being played together.
Preserving each hero's unique flavor and potential. Next, let's talk about the adjustments coming in season 2. We are aware that some heroes have been struggling to find their place in the broader battlefield, such as Penny Parker, Scarlet Witch, Mr. Fantastic, Black Widow.
These are heroes that need buffs, by the way.
Lovable Jeff the Land Shark. To bring more balance and endless tactical
Rocket Raccoon getting buffed is interesting.
We will be fine-tuning their strengths via team-up abilities or general balance adjustments. Note that these rebalances demand time for proper calibration, so you will see updates rolling out in both Season 2.0
okay, so like micro adjustments, hot patches, fixes, stuff like that. That's fair.
Let's talk about some of the adjustments coming in Season 2.0. For Vanguards, Penny Parker will receive a buff.
Much needed.
While Captain America, now a new team-up anchor, steps up his competitive edge.
He's gotten so many micro buffs. He might just be like insane, right? Captain America plus Bucky. We might just see more of that.
Meanwhile, Doctor Strange will see a slight nerf to his offensive
again,
power, offset by improved survivability.
I don't think that's the issue though. I think the whole thing about Doctor Strange is that if you enter his radius, he can kill you. Like that's the whole point, right? Improving his survivability. Didn't they just nerf his survivability? Didn't they reduce his health pool and his shield, right? And they removed him from Gamma. So he doesn't even have the Gamma team up to like increase his kill threat. I don't know if I want to turn Doctor Strange into like a stall tank kind of thing. Like I think the whole cool thing about Doctor Strange is that you have like the animation cancels, you have the kill threat windows and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll have to see, but
expect Scarlet Witch and Winter Soldier to debut brand new aggressive team
that's fine.
Abilities, accompanied by buffs to heroes like Mr.
These guys need it. I don't know if Moon Knight needs it necessarily. I don't know if I want to live in a world where Moon Knight is buffed. Also, did they just not announce any nerfs to Winter Soldier? They just said, hey, we're going to give him a new team up And he can still just absolutely fuck your team. He can still get tons of bonus health by not even landing his abilities, by the way. He just has to throw them out and he gets bonus health. And they're like, yeah, let's make him more aggressive. Nah, this is disgusting. No, there's no way the Winter Soldier players get away with it again. There's no way.
We are set to enhance Rocket Raccoon's team utility.
Maybe double res?
To prevent battles from dragging on courtesy of Loki's regeneration domain and Adam Warlock's zone bond.
I agree with this.
We will implement modest nerf to keep the fight fast, furious, and fundamentally fun. Keep your eyes peeled for our upcoming balance.
Oh, I will. I will.
Where we will dive even deeper into changes. The season 1.5 hero pick rates and win rates.
I don't see Bucky on that list of nerfs, bro. If I don't see that dude on the list of nerfs. Ooh, this is important. Ranked adjustments.
When season 2.0 launches, we are shaking up competitive play by resetting ranks.
Okay.
Based on your season 1.5 standings,
that should have happened.
Each player will drop 9 divisions. For instance, if you ended season
Diamond 1
at Diamond 1, you will start your season 2.0 journey as Silver 1.
So all the Celestial players are going to be like plat. It's funny.
And with the increase in maps, we will be rotating maps to keep the battlegrounds fresh. For season 2.0,
okay. Competitive pool.
Enter the competitive pool.
That's
while
6.
Royal Palace and Tokyo 2099 Shim Shibuya will be retired from rank.
Whoa, wait, but we went down to 4. Shouldn't we just have 5? Like, these are...
Play.
Okay.
Will use the same map rotation as the competitive, but quick match and custom games will still feature every map. No rotation there.
I guess that's cool because like, as a team, you can prep for those specific maps. And like maybe they'll introduce like map bans and stuff. Who knows? Probably not if they just have a rotation. I don't know how I feel about that for like the like we should have more maps. I think a lot of people are going to get tired of playing the same 4 maps unless they're going to introduce another map later on where it's going to be 5 maps again. I think a lot of people are going to be very sick and tired of playing the same 4 maps considering how fast games go as well. I don't know how I feel about that change. We'll see. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but okay. Competitive enhancements.
We've listened to your feedback about competitive play.
Yes.
Here's how we are leveling up the experience. First, we are raising the minimum level requirement for competitive to give new players more time to truly master the basics.
More time in quick play is nice. That'll force people to...
Also, pick and ban will now come into...
They should make it wins as well. You should have to like win X amount of games in quick play to play ranked, in my opinion. It'll fix some of the problems with quick play and people not taking it like somewhat seriously or like not being good practice, which I don't necessarily agree with. Like quick play is quick play. It's meant for casual play. But like I get the level increase is just, I don't think that's a big deal.
Play starting from Gold 3.
Whoa!
When a team includes players...
Gold players are now getting hero bans. Interesting. The argument before was that players up until Diamond, like they just probably don't care about hero bans and it's not worth it. I'm interested to see what the bans are going to be in Gold and Platinum. It'll be like Penny Parker and like Squirrel Girl and shit, probably. I have a feeling that the bans will change. I would love to see what gets banned in Gold versus what gets banned in Diamond or like Celestial, right? That's fine. I think a lot of people wanted hero bans. Bronze and Silver still don't need it. I agree with that. Like they are the fundamental understanding of the game. They don't even have it yet. I guess if you consider Gold like average or above average, or where people start to try to take things more seriously, yeah, sure. I think that's fine. That's cool. It's one way or the other. I think it is going to increase the amount of time that people like spend in game, which might negatively affect some of the Gold and Plat players who are more casual, right? I think it was pretty good for them to just kind of like get into a game, get out of a game that's competitive, and then just pick hero and play my hero kind of thing. Will be interesting to see. Gold players and Plat players are going to have to play more characters now, man. You can't just one trick.
From Eternity or One Above All, only dual queuing will be allowed. Finally,
So that was a really big complaint for a lot of the higher elo people, Eternity and One Above All, where it's like, if you're not stacking, it's really hard to find queues and stuff like that. I think that'll actually fix the queue times for a lot of those players. I don't have that issue. I'm Celestial too. So like, I don't have that. Maybe I'll run into that issue next season if I end up trying to hit Eternity or push for Eternity. I know queue times were pretty long for some of those players, so that's really nice. Also, making it solo duo makes it more fair, right? You can be like, okay, we're going to be like a DPS duo, or we're going to be like a tank duo, or something like that. That's cool. That'll drastically reduce the queue times and will make the higher end of play, or like the elite level of play, much more manageable, and the queue times will be faster. I think I've heard stories of people like being in queue time for like 20-30 minutes sometimes.
You all know that the score you earn per competitive match
is
determined by both the outcome and your individual performance.
To some extent, yes. That I know.
2.0, we will be increasing the weight of individual performances. The better you perform, the more points you will earn in victory, and the fewer points you will lose in defeat.
Okay. But what about when you perform badly? Do you lose less? Or do you lose more? Because that'll encourage like KDA. I'm very interested to see these metrics, man. Also, the ranked reset doesn't fix the issue of, are you going to still gain positive points if you have a negative win rate? And are you still going to lose less points if you have a negative win rate? If that part of the ranked reset and the competitive changes is not addressed, you are still going to get ranked inflation. If you only reset the ranks, but you don't adjust how much you win and lose based off of a negative or positive win rate, you are still going to get mass ranked inflation.
We know many of you are interested in the distribution of players across the Season 1.5 tiers. To satisfy your curiosity, please enjoy this detailed histogram.
So is this like a today? Like they pulled it today? Okay, so it excludes players with less than 5 matches in competitive mode for objective data presentation. So virtually all the Bronze 3 players that get immediately placed, even if you've never played a ranked game, they are gone from here. So it looks like a good chunk of the population is silver to platinum, which is good. But Grandmaster having 11% of the player base is pretty insane, considering it's the 3rd highest rank in the game, right? I mean, 4th if you count Eternity and One Above All, like as 2 separate ranks, which depending on how you fluctuate, like they've grouped it together, obviously. But for it being one of the highest ranks in the game, having an 11% player base is kind of insane. Makes me feel better about hitting Celestial, though. I'm in the 2.8%. I'm in the top 3% or whatever. Yeah, Diamond having 17% is also quite a lot. Like it should like start drastically decreasing once you hit Diamond and Grandmaster. But the fact that there's only like a 3% reduction from Gold to Diamond is really interesting. You have more players in Diamond than Platinum by a small percentage, but that's I don't love this, but this is really nice of them for providing this histogram. Grandmaster should be lower. Diamond should be lower. Like these should be a lot higher if they fix the negative win rate stuff.
In closing, thank you all for your unwavering support and passion.
Okay.
We can't wait to party with you at the Hellfire Gala. Ignite the battle.
Okay. So closing thoughts. Overall, I like the changes. I love these dev blogs. I always have. I like the preview. Big things. New hero every month will be interesting. I'm interested to see how they're going to keep up with the pacing, and keeping the heroes fresh and unique to play will also be very difficult in my mind if you're releasing a new one every single month. Maybe they're just going to like use this time to create a bunch of heroes and concepts because it's not going to start till season 3. It's exciting. It's going to keep the game fresh. Maybe you do 2 heroes or a hero every 2 months, but maybe they'll slow down the pacing if people complain too much. burden of knowledge will be really interesting for players that come into the game like at season 4 or season 5, and like with how many heroes there are in the game. Also, new map rotation, cool, but again, I don't know if people are going to be happy playing like the same 4 maps consistently, if that's their goal, right? Maybe include 5, just so it has a little bit more variety. But it's nice to like homogenize the competitive pool. Teams can practice that stuff if you're like an MRC team or you're an amateur team competing in tournaments and stuff like that. That's very cool. Hero team-ups, I'm glad they're messing with the team-ups. I know they talked about this in season 1 or 1.5 patch when they did the patch notes. They said they're going to adjust team-ups in season 2. I'm glad they followed through with that. Will be really interesting. Bucky getting more mobility on top of having 0 buffs, or sorry, 0 nerfs is crazy. I hopefully the patch notes tell me something different. Maybe they'll listen to the community. But if Bucky skirts any nerfs in season 2, I think that is a mismanagement of that hero and what he's able to do. And I think he should definitely get nerfed. Gamma being moved over to Namor. I'm excited to see the Gamma empowered Monstro spawns. The Scarlet Witch Strange team up looks really interesting. It's going to definitely give Scarlet Witch more playtime and having that synergy. Removing 2 team ups is I'm glad that they're not like just giving team ups and just adding more and more to certain heroes. Like if they get something here, they're going to remove it here. Like it seems like it's a very conscious effort balance wise for them to say, hey, we don't want 50 different team ups for 1 hero. Very excited for Emma Frost. Thick thigh supremacy again. Vanguard as well, and I think she's going to be a shield tank, which is kind of what we needed, considering there's only true 2 shield tanks in the game. You can kind of count Groot if you want with his walls, but very interesting to see. The team up is really cool with the projections, having the X-Men team up as well, right, with Magneto and Psylocke. Ultron will be interesting. I'm interested to see if the leaks that we had really early on about his abilities, whether he's going to be a support or not, is true. All the skins looked really cool for the Hellfire Gala. I love the Hellfire Gala as a theme. If nobody's read the comic version, it is amazing. I would highly recommend reading it. What else? The balance? Yeah, I think the balance in terms of, I think they got right on who they needed to buff. 1000%. Penny Parker, Scarlet Witch, Mr. Fantastic, even Moon Knight to some extent, sure. Rocket Raccoon, Jeff the Landshark. I think they're money on the buffs. The nerfs are interesting. I don't know if they're just trying to nerf really, really disgustingly overpowered stuff, or if they're trying to, like, you know, like maybe Bucky is just in the right spot for them, like he is broken, but in a good way. Doctor Strange receiving adjustments is interesting because literally last season they increased his survivability, or sorry, they decreased his health pool and they decreased his shield, and they're like, actually want to make him have more survivability but less damage. I don't know if that's the right way to go with Vanguards. I don't think you want to just make them like these damage soaking things. You want to give them kill threat if DPS misplay incorrectly, right, and come into the kill threat range. Also, yeah, in terms of nerfs, I do like the idea that they're trying to make fights more decisive and faster. I think the Loki lamps and the Adam Warlock like Soul Bond can be a bit oppressive, but I think there was skill expression in that stuff. So I don't know. They were gated by really long cooldowns. It'll be interesting to see how they end up nerfing them, if they just increase the cooldowns on those or they reduce the effectiveness of like the damage reduction / healing on them. I want to kind of see, I was hoping to see more team ups, like maybe more adjustments. Maybe there'll be more. They just teased a couple here. Overall, very excited for season 2, 2.5 as well. I'm glad that they're going to be more active in the balance and patching. Like you said, between season 2 and 2.5, they said they're going to have adjustments here and there. And if heroes are too strong or overtly too overpowered, they'll adjust accordingly. It sounds like they're listening to the community, which is very good. The ranked reset stuff. So the ranked reset stuff is very interesting. That should have happened already. But again, if they don't address the negative win rate and you gain more and all that stuff, if you can still gain more than you lose on a negative win rate, the ranked inflation will still happen. It'll just take longer. That's all it's going to do. It'll just delay the ranked inflation. Ranked resets are not the fix. It's ranked reset plus the win rate adjustment on how you gain and lose points. Love that they gave us that histogram of the rank distribution. I still think it's a pretty bad rank distribution. 11% of your player base being in the 4th highest rank is not a good sign, in my opinion, as well as Diamond, having more players in Diamond than Platinum. Again, those are like considered high rank or higher ranked tiers. Overall, though, very happy. It sounds like they're listening to the community, and it sounds like they're going to be taking a much more active approach. And if you have legitimate issues and you voice them and it gains traction, they'll definitely look at it. Interactive and active devs are a godsend, and when you have them, do not squander them. That's my opinion. So I'm really happy with what the Rivals team is trying to do here. Overall, I think it's going to land pretty well. I'm very excited for season 2. April 11th cannot come sooner enough. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'm going to tell you something you've heard a million times before. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on my latest uploads. I try and respond to every single comment in my video because I genuinely do appreciate everyone that takes the time out of their busy schedules to leave one, and I love interacting with my community. If you want to catch more longer form content, I stream over on Twitch about 3 to 4 times a week, where you'll get unedited versions of these videos, as well as we talk about roster moves, patch changes, as well as gameplay over there. If you care about the short form side, I post pretty frequently on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, where you'll get more condensed version of this content, as well as highlights from my stream, amongst other things. I'm also on Twitter, and all of this will be in the description box below, as well as a pop-up that will form on the right side where you can catch me on all the different platforms. I genuinely appreciate everyone that stops by on this channel and watches all my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one.